Gorleston Beach as you've never seen it before. The setting for the must-see film of the summer, Yesterday. Wind back 12 months and on a flaming June day, 5,000 extras poured onto Gorleston Beach, ready for their flash of fame. On the balcony of the Pier Hotel, the film director Danny Boyle masterminded it all.
You'll all be on camera, I promise you. You will all be there in the film. And you'll be able to freeze it and do that and find yourself in the crowd.
All my troubles seem so far.
It's a comedy where nobody remembers the Beatles except one struggling musician played by Himesh Patel from Sawdrey near Peterborough.
Believe in yesterday.
When did you write that?
I didn't write it. Paul McCartney wrote it. The Beatles.
Who?
Suffolk's own Ed Sheeran plays himself.
Song title, Hey Dude.
Hey Dude, are you sure?
Hey dude.
It's so much better.
And Ed apparently gave Himesh some top tips.
We were talking in rehearsal because Ed came to rehearsal. You know, he was so great to work with. He was just a very normal actor, basically. And I asked him, like, you know, how do you do this, like, perform in front of thousands of people in stadiums? And he said, well, when the adrenaline starts kicking in, the crowd sometimes become like a blob, and he just plays to the blob.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
It was a huge production and great for the Pier Hotel in Gorleston because filmgoers all over the world will now know its name. Margaret, you must be so grateful for the publicity.
Yes, we're absolutely thrilled with it. We've already had so many people come in asking about the film, and the most amazing thing is that Danny Boyle decided to keep our name. We were originally going to be called the Wheat Sheaf of a made-up seaside town, and he loved it so much he kept us the Pier Hotel Gorleston, so we're amazed.
Well, I suppose we were meant to be patients, as if we were emerging from the A&E department. And then we had to walk across a crossing and down a pathway towards a rubbish bin.
Dusty, how exciting was all that?
Oh, it was thrilling. I mean, the times we had to do it, you would be amazed. And all the porters were standing outside because we belonged to the hospital. And they were just absolutely in fits because we had to do it so many times. But it was a great experience. Thoroughly enjoyed every bit of it.
The film was also shot at last summer's Latitude Festival and various locations in Suffolk and Essex.
Hey. Jack's just playing us a new song.
What's this one called?
Leave It Be.
Let It Be.
Oh, excellent. Well, rock on, Jack. When I find myself in times of trouble, I'm not happy.
So another film fanfaring our fabulous region. The stars are always out here. Well, as promised, we have very own film stars ourselves with us tonight. Danny Boyle, famous Slumdog Millionaire, Trainspotting, London Olympics, Richard Curtis, all my favourite films, Love Actually, Notting Hill. The list is so long, Bridget Jones. Danny, first of all, let me ask you why you chose Gorleston and why you love it so now.
It was a discovery for me. I pride myself on knowing quite a lot of the British Isles. And when I drove around the corner and saw that beach, it's a wonder, an absolute wonder. And beyond it, looking the other way, is a working port, which for our story, which concerns the Beatles so much, the lads came from a working port, Liverpool. So it was the perfect place to hold a concert.
Fabulous. Now, Richard, you know this area very well because, of course, you have a home in Suffolk.
Yes.
So was it just laziness on your part to put it here so that you could just get out of bed and roll up to work?
That's a disgraceful accusation, Your Honour. No, it was passion. You know, we absolutely love it here. And the whole idea of the film is a local lad who's not doing all that well, who suddenly becomes the most famous person in the world. And Ed Sheeran's not a bad model for that. So, you know, in a way, the film's about Ed and it had to be set in Suffolk.
Yes, now let's talk about Ed Sheeran, Danny, because he wasn't your first choice, was he?
Well,
it wasn't my choice. It was originally the part, when he sent me the script, it definitely said Chris Martin.
From Coldplay.
Of Coldplay fame. And in fact, we went to see Chris to try and lure him into the film, and he couldn't do it for all sorts of reasons. And then
mainly his inability to act.
And then we offered it to Ed Sheeran, but obviously we said, Ed, you're our first choice. Yeah. And he said, no, I'm not. You've already approached Chris Martin and Harry Styles, he said. That's not true. We didn't approach Harry Styles at all. But we approached Ed, and he was wonderful. He agreed to do it. And he plays a huge part in the film, doesn't he? He's very good in the film as well.
Can Suffolk's own Ed Sheeran act?
Yes, he can, absolutely. And he is getting better and better as an actor as well. So watch this space. Well, no, watch this film, actually, first, and then watch this space.
Yes.
Let's talk to you both about the star of the show, Himesh Patel, because we claim him too, because he's from Cambridgeshire. Yeah. How well did he do, Richard?
Oh, he was absolutely brilliant. And, you know, I remember the moment he came in, auditioned, he was the 13th person we'd seen, and Danny said to me, it's probably him. And he was just great, and he worked so hard. He's got to sing 17 Beatles songs during the course of this film, so it's a proper job. And he's funny, and I'm told he's cute. I mean, I can't tell.
Taste.
Yeah, not my type. But he's he's really wonderful.
That is really good. Now, is this going to be a blockbuster or a turkey, boys?
You never know, and you have to be respectful of the audience. They're going to make their minds up. In their own way, and we're lucky enough to be storytellers and to get the privilege of working in places like this to tell a story. But it will all depend on many, many factors, and we're doing our best to publicise it, and we hope people come and have a wonderful evening, you know.
I have to say, I'll be disappointed if the cinemas in Lowestoft, Leiston, Gorleston are empty. That will hurt a little bit. And you can have a bit of a sleep in the middle when he goes to LA. But otherwise, it's sort of just a tourist brochure for the attractions of Suffolk and a bit of Norfolk and a bit of Clacton.
Bit of Clacton on Sea.
Quickly, who was to blame for saying Gorleston's in Suffolk?
Oh, I think we've done quite a lot of that. We've kind of been repositioning all your towns, actually, switching Suffolk and Norfolk as the home counties for many, many towns, I think.
We will forgive you. Gentlemen, a joy to talk to you. Thank you very much. Good luck with the film.
Thank you so much.
It's an absolute joy to listen to it as well.
Can't we stay with you for the rest of the programme?
Yeah, it's wonderful. Not often I can say Natalie, Gray, Danny Boyle and Richard Curtis. Thank you very much, but absolutely brilliant.
Wonderful.
Thanks.